What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so shout out to my man Sports and Fitness Rants. All right, he's the first person I saw talking about this. Also, shout out to Apex Jones on X/Twitter. He posted about this as well. So, of course, we all know the Oklahoma City Thunder won the NBA championship. They defeated the Indiana Pacers in Game 7, win the series 4-3, and they win their second franchise championship and their first since moving to Oklahoma City back in, I think it was 2008. And, of course, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is the league MVP, Finals MVP, and NBA champion. Alex Caruso won his second NBA championship. And according to Alex Caruso himself, said this. He thinks that this is the first championship that he's won that actually counts. Now, of course, we just had the fraud himself lie on, what was it? Was it a podcast? Was it his Mind the Game podcast? I think it was that one, where he is dribbling on and on with these bullshit talking points about how somehow competing in an empty gym with no road travel, largely not much media present, because of isolation, and we're going through what all of us is going through. Hell, I would say what we were going through collectively as regular citizens, without the protection of being an elite like LeBron James. We were going through more of a strain mentally than what he was going through. Room service, catered to by the league and Disney. But somehow, Mr. LeBron James, who always likes to portray himself as being persecuted, poor little old $1.5 billion net worth me, he said that championship was the most difficult. And we all laughed at that nonsense. And Alex Caruso agreed with that as well. He said that not only did he win a real one, but he said that this championship was much more difficult. And here's the audio right here.
Maybe even too much. But how much better does this one feel?
Yeah, now I got a real one. Now nobody can say anything. Yeah, I think just because of the way the team is constructed now versus the team I had in 2020, it was much harder with this team just because of the experience, right? And everybody talked about you need experience to win a championship, and you need this, that, and the other. And I said multiple times through the postseason with this team that the good basketball is good basketball, winning basketball is winning basketball, and the best team can win no matter what happens if you go out there and execute and do the stuff that you need to do to win the game. And I think through the playoffs, this team grew up and learned on the fly, which most teams have to learn through losses and learn through defeat. And I think this team learned through success. And it's a unique capability to be able to do that for, 21 to 27-year-old kids. And for me, I've seen greats do it, so I knew the way, I knew the mindset. But to see these guys do it, man, it's really cool to see it in person. And I'm so happy for the guys just to be able to figure it out and to be able to get this done.
Yeah, salute to Alex Caruso. So you heard him say this championship was much more difficult because of the way that the roster of this team is constructed versus the roster of the bubble. And, one of the things that, doesn't get talked about much is, at least from what I've read, and I haven't seen people really dispute this at all, the Lakers were the only team pretty much allowed by the NBA to practice. Because remember, LeBron James really didn't even think that the season should be restarted. Remember, he was against the league restarting the season after a 4.5 month break, until someone got into his ear and said, "Hey, King, this will be an easy way for you to get a cheap ring. A lot of these guys aren't going to be competing in the bubble. Um, you know, we're going to be allowed to practice because, the league allows LeBron to do shit that other players and other teams can't do." And the Lakers were able to roll through it in the empty gym with no pressure whatsoever. Also, that 2020 Laker team was composed of a lot of veterans. Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, Rajon Rondo. That team was very underrated as far as the veteran core that was on that team. This team, the Thunder, are the second youngest team ever to win an NBA championship. Now, I don't know if they're the second youngest team ever to make it to a finals. I got to do a little research on that. But they're the second youngest team ever to win a championship, next to the 1977 Portland Trailblazers. So, usually youth works against a team in these types of situations. And I suspect that's why the Thunder, even though they won 68 games this year, at times wavered a bit down the stretch in some of these games. But they were able to pull through and able to win that elusive championship. And if anything, I think as they get more experience under their belt, they're going to become, and largely look at the future, this team has 10 first-round picks over the next 5 years. By the way, I don't know why the hell I said 105 last night. I didn't know I even said that shit. But anyway, I think they got 10 first-round picks over the next 5 years. So this team is loaded. And I think they're going to be good, man. But once again, salute to Alex Caruso for telling the truth. Nobody really gives a fuck about that Mickey Mouse ring. And only LeBron James does. Anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think.